Rams fans, we need to talk about the heartbeat of our secondary. Did you know our defensive production plummeted the moment our star safety went down last season? It's a massive situation that changed everything for our unit. Now, with a huge roster addition changing the game, the way we use our most versatile defensive weapon is about to evolve in a major way. Are we looking at a breakout season for one of our biggest leaders? I have all the details on this development. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below before we dive in. Quentin Lake established himself as the most vital defensive asset for the Los Angeles Rams during the 2025 season. His unique ability to operate across the entire secondary, functioning seamlessly as a deep safety, a box defender, or a nickel cornerback in the slot, defined the team's defensive identity. Before a serious elbow injury sidelined him in Week 11, Lake was performing at a Pro Bowl caliber. Statistics indicate he was playing like a top 10 safety, allowing a mere 0.8 yards per coverage snap when lined up in the slot. As the primary nickel defender, he was recognized as one of the NFL's premium talents at that position. The impact of his absence was immediate and profound. Data shows that the Rams went from having the best scoring defense in the league to ranking 23rd after he left the lineup. This decline underscored how heavily the scheme relied on his versatility and instinctual play. The organization clearly recognized this value during the season by securing him with a contract extension, solidifying his role as a foundational piece for the years ahead. As the team moves into the 2026 campaign, the focus shifts to how the coaching staff will integrate him into the evolving secondary. There is no roster battle for him, as he is a lock for the final squad, but the strategic application of his talents remains a primary topic of discussion. Whether he is breaking on a route to record a pass breakup against an elite receiver or delivering a physical game-saving tackle, his presence dictates the standard for the entire unit. The fans looking forward to the upcoming season know that when the defense is at its best, it is because of players like him. Ram it! The tape reveals exactly why Quentin Lake is so highly regarded. One standout moment occurred in September 2025 against the Philadelphia Eagles. During a drift route, he showcased elite change of direction skills by driving on a pass intended for A.J. Brown and recording a pass breakup. This play highlights his effectiveness as a coverage threat over the middle of the field. Beyond his coverage skills, his physicality as a tackler is a major component of his game. The team struggled significantly in open space after his injury, as smaller personnel like Kobe Durant were forced to fill the slot role and could not replicate Lake's efficiency in wrapping up ball carriers. This was particularly evident in the playoffs, where Lake recorded back-to-back tackles inside the 5-yard line, demonstrating his reliability in high-stakes situations. His versatility extends to his ability to function as a weapon in the pass rush. Defensive coordinator Chris Shula frequently utilized him as a blitzer from the slot, leading to disrupted passing lanes and sacks. This specific utility makes him a player that opposing offenses must account for on every single snap. Because he can be lined up anywhere in the formation, he provides the defensive staff with tactical flexibility. While comparisons to historical figures like Jalen Ramsey are often mentioned due to his ability to be used in a similar manner, Lake has carved out his own reputation as a versatile chess piece. His capability to transition from deep safety coverage to second-level blitzing is the primary reason the defense struggled so significantly once he was removed from the active rotation. Every play he executes reinforces his status as a high-level defender who fundamentally changes how the team operates on a weekly basis throughout the season. Why does this matter right now for the team? As the Rams prepare for the 2026 season, the defensive strategy is undergoing a subtle shift that centers on maximizing efficiency. The acquisition of Trent McDuffie is the catalyst for this tactical change. McDuffie has demonstrated excellent performance from the slot throughout his career, which provides a new dimension to the defensive backfield. For Quentin Lake, this addition is significant because it should allow him to break free from being labeled primarily as a nickel defender. If the coaching staff trusts the rotation of players like McDuffie in the slot, it opens up the possibility for Shula to be significantly more creative with Lake's deployment. By moving him around more frequently, the team can better leverage his unique combination of speed, power, and high football IQ across the entire field. This adjustment is crucial because the team's defensive success in 2025 was tethered directly to his performance level. With the high expectations for 2026, the team needs to ensure he remains in a role that allows him to influence the game from every level. If the defense can maintain its scoring output while diversifying its personnel packages, it will be a direct result of how effectively Lake is deployed in these varied roles. The expectation is that he will reach or even exceed the performance level he displayed during the first 11 weeks of the previous season. The goal is clear: utilize the depth in the secondary to unlock even more versatility from his skill set. This is not just about replacing production. It is about building a defense that is harder for opposing quarterbacks to predict and attack, with him positioned as the focal point of that evolution. Looking at the 2026 outlook, the primary question surrounding Quentin Lake is his ability to maintain that elite 2025 level of production consistently over a full schedule. The injury he suffered in Week 11 was a major turning point for the franchise, and the return to health is the first priority. Because he signed a 3-year extension, the organization has demonstrated a long-term commitment to his development and his role as a team leader on the field. The staff anticipates he will return to form as the player who was arguably the most important defensive asset before the physical setbacks. While the defense hit a wall after his injury, the roster moves made in the offseason reflect a desire to protect against similar vulnerabilities. By bringing in players who can share the load and coverage, the coaching staff is creating a safer path for him to play more aggressively without burning out. This strategic shift is designed to keep him active and impactful through all 4 quarters of every game. His consistency as a tackler, specifically his ability to prevent touchdowns in the red zone as seen in the playoffs, will remain a cornerstone of the defensive plan. As he enters this season, he'll be tasked with mentoring younger players in the secondary while simultaneously fulfilling his duties as the primary playmaker. The coaching staff is clearly looking to move toward a more dynamic, positionless defense, where players like him are free to roam and impact the ball in multiple ways. This approach demands a high level of discipline and knowledge of the scheme, qualities he has already proven to possess in abundance during his time in the system. The trajectory for him is one of continued growth and high expectations. The path for Quentin Lake through the 2026 season seems clearly defined by the team's ongoing roster adjustments and the tactical philosophy of the coaching staff. His chances of making the final roster are absolute, as he is firmly entrenched as one of the most vital starters for the Rams. Having secured a multi-year extension during the previous season, he is protected and valued as a key pillar of the defense moving forward. The upcoming training camp and preseason will serve as the laboratory for how the team intends to use his versatility alongside new additions like Trent McDuffie. It is expected that the staff will test various formations to see how he can best disrupt opposing passing games while maintaining his responsibilities in run support. The burden of leadership on the field will likely rest on his shoulders, especially as he bridges the gap between the defensive front and the deep secondary. Every indication points toward a season where his role is not only preserved, but potentially expanded to include more aggressive packages. If he can avoid the injury bug that plagued his 2025 campaign, he is positioned to be a major factor in the defense's overall efficiency and scoring output. The reliance on his physical style of play and his knack for creating key stops means he will continue to be the primary player that opposing coordinators study when preparing to face the Rams. As he settles into his role for 2026, the confidence from the coaching staff in his capabilities remains unshaken. He represents the standard for the defensive backfield, and his growth will remain a central storyline as the team pushes toward its goals. With his position on the team secure and his role projected to be more influential than ever, he enters the season ready to contribute to the success of the secondary.